Hi everybody and welcome back to Beetle Knees Plays. So I think I've got to the better end of this bloody virus that I've had. If anybody has been keeping up with any news. So yes, I've not done a video for a couple of weeks now because I've just not been able to talk really. Mouth gets so dry and it's not been a very nice virus at all. It's not COVID. I did do a test just out of interest, but no, it's not COVID anyway. So I don't know what it is, but I know a few people that's got a similar thing, and it goes on for weeks and weeks. So I might still be a little bit grunty here and there, but anyway, let's crack on with more train life, shall we? And you may have noticed that I'm doing passengers today, and I've not done passengers before, so I've actually got myself down here to Stuttgart, Maine, and I already picked my passengers to drop off at Stuttgart, Maine. If I can find where I need to be. There we go. So we're going to Munich, and then Innsbruck, and then Liechtenstein. So that's where we're heading, and hopefully make a few bucks on the way. So we're not doing any postage, just doing passengers because I've not done anything like this before, so I'm just keeping it relatively simple. I hope everything goes swimmingly. What we do need to do is actually change our train around the other way because I'm facing the wrong way and there's only one way out of this station, so I'm just going to the passengers, unfortunately going to have to go to the service centre. So let's have a look at where we're going with that. I think it was the next one on actually, so I'm just going to back up and we will see where we are when we've backed up. So handbrake off, into reverse, and let's start to not want the brakes on, do we? Let's start to accelerate a little bit. So the passengers should be already on board. I'm assuming that's what that means when you go to that bit on the train there, that we have actually got those passengers on board. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the case. We will find out. So it is currently early morning, but the sun is starting to rise. What a lovely sunrise it is. And I've really wanted to get round to passengers, to be honest. When I've played Train Sim World, I've much preferred doing passengers than I have cargo or freight. It's my preferred sort of what's the word? Item to take, whatever. I do really prefer taking passengers. I'm just trying to work this out, so we need to come to a stop. Just when we've passed this junction here, let's get back to the front of the train and see where we are. It's starting to rain. It's looking a bit like the Matrix effect on the PS5, isn't it? All you PS5 owners should feel at home with that. Sorry, I'm taking the pee a little bit there, aren't I? So we'll just bring the train to a stop and we will get her into forwards and take that right hand. Brakes are still on. Take that right hand turn coming up. I think it's that next one. I've always thought it a little bit weird, this game, that you have to change your train round so that it's facing the right direction. I mean, I know, I suppose in reality that's what they would do, but I don't know. It just seems an extra thing to have to, so I don't want that. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. to have a little bump there, aren't we? Never mind. Press the wrong button there. Right, let's enter the service centre and we will get this turned round. And we'll do a little bit of repair while we're here. Although, as you can see, I'd already started all that, or sorted all that, I should say. We are at 98%, but I'll get it fixed anyway. So we know we're at 100%. Oops, I didn't turn it round, did I? Let's get back in and switch train direction. And everything should be... yeah, that's cool. Let's have a quick look outside, just to make sure everything's fine. Yep, we're all good. Okay, so off we go. Brake off. Keep forgetting about the brake. And I'm going to be a good boy today and get everything right. Yes, that's the plan. Probably won't work out like that, but time will tell, as usual. Okay, so we're on a speed limit of 50 and we're doing 35 at the moment, so we're doing okay there, and we need to keep right at the next junction, which is good, so we're all set up at the moment. Let's just knock that off a little bit, otherwise our passengers will be throwing up. Now I don't know how long this is going to take us. Not got used to the oops, wait a minute, what are we doing there? I think we're okay. Yeah, I've not got used to exactly how quick this game goes by, but we'll see how we go for time. Okay, so we can get the speed up to just under 80. So yeah, if anybody wants me to go through the passenger boarding, I will do in a future video. Just comment down below or wherever. But I decided to do it off camera because, like I say, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done anything really, and I wanted to just have a quick look at how you did it, and I wasn't sure. And so I kind of worked it out for myself, but I will do a bit of a video on that if anybody wants me to do that. Now what's happening is approaching train. So we should start to slow down. So I'm not entirely, yes, we've got a red light on the bottom left, but I can't see anything up ahead as yet. At the moment it's clear. Now I don't know whether... okay, that bottom left indicator is cleared, so we should be good to go. But yes, after learning from past experience, I tend to look at the signals in front of me rather than that HUD indicator on the bottom left there where it says proceed with the two blue lights. Still keep it a little bit slow just in case we do have to stop. Everything's looking good so far, although that is that a red light up ahead? Oh no, we're fine. We've got the blue light, so we're okay. Okay, the train's on the other side. But pays to be careful. A little toot as we go by. Thank you very much. Makes a change. I was rather hoping that there may have been an update that sorted out the settings saves to save me having to mess about, but no such luck. I still had to turn VSync on, I still had to put my GPS onto GPS, and I still had to turn the music off. Is that the same? Does anybody get that on PlayStation or Xbox, where the settings don't seem to want to save? You may not have VSync on console, I can't remember, but music and the GPS, I like to have it facing north, the GPS. I think normally it's map, is it? And if you want it on north, it's GPS, which is, I'd rather have it like vertical, so it's like in the kind of the direction you're going. And the music I don't want on either. So if anybody's any idea of that, pop it down in the comments. If the game actually saves the settings on the consoles. Like I said, I'm not sure on that one, but it is frustrating. If you do enjoy my videos, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel move along and helps with the old YouTube algorithms, etc. Helps my videos get found by other like-minded people. And please subscribe to the channel as well. That would also be really appreciated. And again, helping my channel to grow. So if you could subscribe and like, that would be absolutely fantastic. And click that notification bell if you are wanting to be notified about future videos as well. I don't like to advertise it too much. I'm kind of in two minds about it. I sometimes find it gets in the way, but on the other hand, people do need reminding sometimes. Including myself. I know from personal experience, if I'm watching other YouTubers, I sometimes forget to like or subscribe if I like the videos, and it's just a polite request, a polite reminder, shall we say. But it really does help along. Well, let's get the speed up a bit. Hey, look guys, look at bottom right, I've still got 100% train condition. Now that is a first for me, 5 minutes into it. It really is. Should we get some wipers on? Although we shan't pick up too much speed because we've got 100 limit coming up just about here, haven't we? What's the next one? It's 110 after that, it said, so we'll go back up then. That's fair enough. But yeah, I don't know what it is about cargo and passengers, or freight and passengers. I think perhaps what it stemmed from on Train Sim World, when I played that a lot, was I just couldn't be arsed with all the shunting back and forth and sorting things out. I'm a big journey person, if I'm honest, and I like to get on with the journey, with the travelling, and all that toing and froing and shunting back and forth. I can't really cope with it, and I think that's why I decided when I first started playing Train Sim World. When the first one came out, actually on PlayStation, well, that's what I was playing it on at the time, and yeah, I just decided to do passengers. I just preferred it, and I've stuck with passengers ever since. And I've obviously started off with cargo on this game. I think you have to anyway. I don't think you've much choice, I keep saying cargo freight. But I think I do actually prefer taking passenger runs. I think it's just I like the stations actually. I like trains. I love going on trains as a whole. I just think the whole thing of getting to the train station and walking around the train station, all the noises and the smells and everything that you get, and then eventually you get on the train and you're on your way. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. The smoothness of the ride generally and everything, it's a fantastic mode of transport, to be honest. Am I speeding there? Let's get that speed down then. Must have missed that one. It's saying next speed limit is 60, so keep braking to get that speed down a bit. And so it is 60. Just creeping over again. Just going down a bit of a decline here. So, wrong button. Let's have a look outside for a bit. I like this front camera view, to be honest. I do like that. It kind of reminds me of an old black and white movie where they'd put the camera on the front of a runaway train. It kind of reminds me of that. And my trains often are runaway, so it kind of fits. Okay, let's get the speed back up. Just in case anybody wonders what I'm actually playing it on, I'm playing on GeForce Now. And it's on the top tier, which used to be called the RTX 3080, based on that particular graphics card, but it's now the ultimate tier, because they're upgrading them all to 4080s, which is excellent news. I don't think I've been upgraded yet, but it should be within the coming weeks, I would think. Limit coming up, so just get that speed down again, get back in the train. And the speed limit going up to 110. Yep, so it's back up to 110 again. Something I mentioned before about this game, there's so many speed limit changes in it though. I do feel like there's just a few too many. I don't know. It just doesn't fit with me, but that might be just me. I was very pleased to see somebody's comment the other day. I'm not going to name anybody, but yeah, he was saying that he'd had issues. Because I asked him what he thought of the game, and he's same as me. He likes the game, but But yeah, so many things seem to happen, like going through red lights and derailing your train, etc., etc. All the things I've been having problems with. So yeah, it was a little bit of comfort knowing that I'm not the only one having all these issues. Okay, so we're going down another decline here, it looks like, but our speed's okay at the moment. Need to keep to the right. We should be coming to Munich, Maine, I would have thought, soon. Let's just have a quick look on the map and see where we are exactly. Right, okay, so it's more or less straight ahead then. We need to keep left at the next junction. Although not this one, I don't think it's the next one, isn't it? 6 kilometres to go. Yeah, that one is going up to... oh, that's going up that way, isn't it, up there? I can't point to it, but yeah, up towards Nuremberg coal mine and what have you. We don't want that direction for where we're going. Much prefer this electric train to the diesel, I have to say. Normally, I'd be tempted to say that I prefer the old, you know, the old diesel engine with the sounds and everything like that, which I do like actually. But I think on this particular game, I prefer this smoothness of the electric. I don't know why. Some mountains now in the distance. I wonder if we'll be heading into that area, quite possibly actually. Interesting. Well, I don't want to tempt fate, but we've had a fairly easy run of it up to now, haven't we? Let's just get that throttle off. I think all these stations, thinking back to the map, I think they're all terminals. So we're going to have to back out and find a service centre to turn the train round. Still got my wipers on. Going back to be playing it on GeForce now, by the way. Yes, I'm playing it in 4K at 60 FPS, being on the ultimate tier, as it's called now. But my recordings, I play the games on an NVIDIA Shield Pro, and the NVIDIA Shield Pro records at 30 frames per second and at 1080p. So you're not actually getting the same graphical settings as I am, so if anybody's considering GeForce now, just bear that in mind. Because I don't have a fancy gaming PC, and the main reason for using GeForce now and the NVIDIA Shield was to get to playing PC games without having to invest in...
Hello. You've been given clearance.
In a fancy PC. Now we need... Oops, I've done that again, haven't I? First time I've done that. Putting the handbrake on. To get rid of that. To change this for passenger boarding. That's better. That's what I'm wanting. I always thought that you had to request the extra information to get the GPS stuff up, but obviously you don't. Now I need to get over to those green V's on the left, that big orange door, so because I'm going to have to turn the train round, but we'll drop these passengers off and then we'll sort that out. Just tend to lose a little bit of frame rate that I've noticed coming into the station here. It's probably dropped down for me to about 30 or 40 FPS, I would say. So it doesn't maintain it. Oops. Get that brake on again. Ooh, is it going to do it? Oh, yes. Lovely, just in time. Okay, so we get the doors open. Let these passengers sort themselves out. I don't know if there's any more passengers for
This is the station
where
operator.
we're heading.
How can I help you? Everything should be here.
No, we don't need that.
Hello. This is the... We've got a
That
few
one we
passengers
want.
awaiting transportation.
So Innsbruck. If we can find one. Let's just go back. I'm too far, haven't I? No, there's nothing for Innsbruck. And I can't remember what I can't remember what the other place was. We're going to Liechtenstein, isn't it? That's it. So is there anything for Liechtenstein? I don't think there is.
Station operator here. What can we do? We've got a few passengers awaiting transportation.
Is that actually moving along? I'm just a little bit lost here, if I'm honest.
This is the station operator.
Yes, alright,
How
shut
can
up.
I help you? We've got a few passengers awaiting transportation.
Good. Let's see if we can find them then. Right, we're looking for Liechtenstein, aren't we? Ah, okay. I've already pressed that. Why is it saying ready to pick up? I've no idea. But haven't we already picked them up? I thought we'd already picked them up. Right, they're delivered. Okay. So now, are those other passengers on then? Ah, yes, because we've got 2 Liechtensteins. Ah, cool. Okay. Right. Onward and upward then. So we now need to go and let's get it in reverse and change this direction of the train. Because I'm reckoning, I don't know if I'm right at this stage of the game, but I'm reckoning that you can make a lot more money taking passengers than you can freight. I don't know. We're now looking in there at what money you're getting there. I've just earned, what was it, 10, 11,000, something like that. Then there's another 32,000, 53,000, nearly 16,000, and then another 20, nearly 24,000. So, I mean, what's that? Just roughly, that's 54, 84, 86, 100. It's about £125,000 worth there, plus what I've just delivered. So about £135,000 worth. I reckon there's got to be more money in passengers. It'd be interesting for me to see what postage makes. Okay, so we now need to get over to that shed on our right as we're looking at it. Now, I don't know if I'm going through any red lights to do this, but unless anybody has any other ideas, I've no understanding really of how else you would do it. The only option is for you to back up. So we'll get back in the cabin. And we're looking for this left turn, aren't we? Oops, wrong one again. And that's the one. Oh. No, 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 no. Come to a stop. Get your throttle off, man. We haven't gone far enough. Right. Back we go a little bit more. We need to get back to this track on the left, don't we? That's what we want. Change direction, brake off, and it is actually highlighting it, to be honest, isn't it? I've just realised. So I don't know whether that's. I'm sure that wasn't in the feature a feature in the game before, where it will direct you to the service centre if you need to change direction. I'm assuming that's why it's highlighted it. Down at 95%, but we may as well repair the damage while we're here as well. I think that was caused by that little bump I had, wasn't it, on the stop. Okay, handbrake on, into the service centre. Fix all, looks good. And we need to change the direction. Good. Brilliant. Right, off we go. Now just check on the map. I just noticed it said Innsbruck there, but we need to go to... Oh yes, it is. Is it Innsbruck? Yeah, that's right. Innsbruck first, isn't it? That's where we're going. And then Liechtenstein. Quite a big tower block there on the left. Monkey window. Oh, train has broken down ahead. Let's get the old speed down again. Or is that not on our... I don't think that's on our route now, is it? Oh, no, it is. It's still saying broken down train ahead. So we'll watch out for the signals. Still clear at the moment. Yep, see the red light up ahead. Okay. Now I'm assuming I'm just going to come to a stop. Just to make sure that that train isn't coming towards us, which it isn't. So it is obviously broken down, so we need to change onto the left track then. I just wanted to make sure that it was broken down. Knowing what this game's like, I could just imagine it telling me it's a broken down train and it's actually coming towards me. So the point that the distance wasn't reducing when I'd stopped implied that the other train has actually stopped and it's not moving, which is indeed the case. So better to be safe than sorry. And there's the train in question. Yeah, certainly heading towards the mountains down here, aren't we? So I'm assuming we're going to have to get back over to the right at some point, because we are on the continent of Europe and they tend to drive on the right. And there we have it. Now, why, you may ask, do a lot of the world drive on the right, but also quite a few countries drive on the left? I find that a fascinating question. And the answer I have, now people may search Google and correct me if I'm wrong, but it goes something like this, I think. That back in the day, in Great Britain, you had when you were on horseback, you had your sword in your... Sorry, I'm just looking at the size. No longer access to Munich, mate. That's fine. You had your sword in your right hand generally because you were right-handed, and because of that, when you passed another horseman coming towards you, you didn't know what they were like. Oh, snow! We've got snow! Fantastic! Yes, when you was passing somebody else going the other way, you would keep them on your right so that you could get your sword out to defend yourself if that other person proved to be not particularly friendly. And so that's why you drove your horse on the left. And that went on for quite a while, and then when the French had their revolution, they didn't want anything at all to do with driving, well, they didn't want anything to do with royalty, let's put it that way, and so they kind of totally changed the way they looked at it, and it was considered to be, you know, connected with royalty and the hierarchy and, you know, knights in shining armour, if you like, that type of thing. And so they decided that they would drive on the right when they had the revolution, and that's why they started driving on the right, and the rest of Europe tended to follow suit. And America, the USA, decided to do the same, because apparently in the American independence wars and what have you, the French had a lot of influence in those wars, or battles if you like, and that's why the Americans decided to drive on the right as well, because of the French influence. Now, that's what I've heard or read. I can't remember where I heard it, but that's why the UK and a lot of the Commonwealth countries obviously drive on the left, because they're part of the Commonwealth. But there are also a lot of countries drive on the right as well. So that's the story that I heard. If anybody has any other reasons why, then yeah, stick it down in the comments. It's a bit of useless information for you there. A bit of a fun hobby, if you like, that has built up for me over the years, is finding out where old sayings have come from. So, you know, things like the upper crust. You know, where did the upper crust saying come from? Why do you say somebody's of the upper crust? And apparently that one was from when they used to bake the bread and the bottom of the oven was extremely hot. The bottom of the bread used to get burnt, And so what the servants used to do was cut the bottom half off, and the servants would get the bottom half, and the people who lived upstairs would get the upper crust. And so that's where you get the saying upper crust. So yeah, I like anything like that. I'm not going to bore you with any more, but I find it quite interesting where a lot of these old sayings come from, and habits and what have you. Right, let's just get that speed down a bit. We're going left here, are we? Yes, we are. I just feel like the train's running away with me a little bit there. I don't know why. It isn't really, is it? Not even doing the speed limit, but to change that. And there's an obstacle on the track ahead, so let's get that speed down again. Plus we're going down quite a steep incline here, or should I say decline. So 100 speed limit coming up, and I'm just looking for where this issue is ahead. Can't quite work it out. I think it's on the other track, but I don't know. Don't know. I'm taking it steady just in case. We've still got green lights. Oh, sorry, blue lights. They look green from a distance to me, these blue lights. I don't know why. Ah, it's snow. That's what it is. Right, okay. Ah, because it says there, doesn't it? Let's just slow it down a little bit. We don't want to be hitting that at any particular speed, do we? Yeah, so I would imagine, is the snow on the track taking place of animals in these snowy areas then? I reckon it probably is. We're keeping right, which is fine. Get the speed back up. We've got 12 kilometres to get to Innsbruck. Now, I do know that these passengers need to get to where they're going in a certain time. So... then passing time left. That's not showing any time at all, is it? So, are we to assume we have lost that particular one then? Are we still going to get paid for it? I think we need to get on with things, don't we? Let's get this speed up. Let's get to Innsbruck as quick as we can. We don't want to lose our profit, do we? The scenery is quite spectacular around here, isn't it? That's looking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that. Getting up this incline well as well, which is what I wasn't doing when I was carrying that coal. I think, was it coal or logs on the other video, where I just couldn't make it up that hill whatsoever. Nice looking bridge coming up as well. Come on, we need to get to Innsbruck. Let's go, go, go! Wow, look at that. Really nice, really nice. Lovely scenery. What sign have I ignored? Have I missed something there? I was looking at the bloody scenery, wasn't I? I don't know what sign I've missed. One of the drawbacks of trying to make an interesting video at the same time as play a game. Well. No harm done. Let's get back on that throttle. We've got a 100 limit coming up in a bit, so we'll back off the throttle a bit in that case then. But yeah, looking brilliant, the scenery, especially in this sunset that we're having now. Let's get back in the train then. Let's concentrate a bit because things are ramping up slightly. We've got something happening ahead and we can't proceed, so let's get this speed down. Yep, we've got a red light up ahead. Come on, stop, 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 stop. Yep. Oh, brilliant. We got that one in time. Although I don't know why we've got a red light really, because they're on the other track, aren't they? So I don't really understand what that was all about, if I'm honest. Right, okay, we're clear now, so back on it. Get these passengers to Innsbruck. This is all going far too well for me. Far too well. What's that one look like outside? Very nice. So yeah, so it looks like the passenger runs are a lot more vigilant on how long it takes you to complete the task, more than freight, I'm kind of guessing. It's almost Christmas again, isn't it? Four kilometers. Kilometers. Okay, we have an 80 limit coming up ahead, so let's get our speed down a little bit. Just throttling off should just about manage it, I reckon. Without having to use the brakes, and we're still on 100% condition even after hitting that snow. Yeah, we've got a decline now, so let's just apply a little bit of brake. Looking rather beautiful round here, I have to say. One and a half kilometres to go. And we'll see if we get paid. Oops, going a bit fast there. And we've got a 50 coming up soon as well, so let's get the speed down even more. Don't want any more fines. Contact the station.
Station operator here. You've been given clearance.
And we want the passenger boarding track. Looks like it's left all the way. All the training should be okay there, shouldn't we? Oh, actually, I've just realised, is this actually a through line then? Oh, it is. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Now, I don't suppose anybody from here wants to go, do they?
The station operator here. What can we do for you?
Liechtenstein?
There's more than a few people on the station today.
It's a bit like phoning up a customer service department, isn't it? When they keep saying there's more than a few people on the station today, and the customer service department will say to you, we're extremely busy today. It's a bit funny that, because you were extremely busy the other day I called up and the day before as well. Or is it just that you don't employ enough people? Anyway, I digress. I don't know why I'm going on about that really. Well, actually, I do know why I'm going on about it, because I contacted some customer service people just this last week or two, which I will tell you about in a minute. So, yes, let's pick those up then. So, I'm assuming we have picked those up. Again, let's just check on the train. Oops. So yeah, we've now got 3 Liechtenstein. Deliveries of people. We need to get there pretty sharpish. Oh, we have got that. That's brilliant. Right, okay. So we've got 18,731 for that. Right, let's get straight off, because I don't want to be messing about. Let's just double check that, just to make absolutely certain. Yep, they all appear to be on. So let's go, go, go. So it's 20 kilometres to Liechtenstein then. course, another good thing about the electric train is you don't need to refuel it as well. I know there's a condition of the train to look after, but does that apply to the diesel trains? The condition, I can't remember now. I can't remember whether you have to watch the fuel and the condition of the diesel trains, or whether it's just the fuel. I can't remember. Yeah, so contacting customer services. Oh, honestly, and I apologise for any customer service people who may be watching this video, but I just get really fed up of getting general kind of answers back, you know. So I bought this game called The Settlers 7, and every time I play it on GeForce Now, it says I have to sign in to Ubisoft. Now on the GeForce Now service, you can connect to various services like Steam, Ubisoft, Epic, etc., and it will automatically sign you in when you start a game that is on that particular service. But every time, as I said, I started the Settlers 7, it wanted me to sign in, and I had to sign in 2 or 3 or 4 times as well, because it just kept kicking me back out to desktop. So I contacted their customer service, and this was at Christmas time, and 12 days later, 12 days, they got back and said, oh, can I have a look at my PT logs and copy this and copy that and send them the details. So a broken down train, just let me deal with this. I can't think of two things at once, it's impossible. So how far is it's a kilometre ahead, isn't it? So we are okay at the moment. I think we're actually okay, because we're going left, aren't we? Or is it down there? No, it is actually down there, isn't it? I know we're okay. I think that's sorted it out. We are on the right track, the right hand track, and we can't proceed on the left hand track, so I think we are okay according to those signs. Waiting with bated breath. Yep, we're fine. Okay. So yeah, so I'd actually put in my email that I was playing it on GeForce Now, playing it on the Nvidia Shield Pro, and they replied saying, can I have a look at my PC logs? I mean, I ask you. So I got back and sent a bit of a reply, I suppose, and said, you know, if anybody had bothered to read my email properly, they realised I was playing it on GeForce Now, not on a PC. And they got back and apologised once again and said, oh, in that case then, can I check to see if it's working correctly on another device, like a PC or a tablet or something like that. So I did try on my phone, and I had to sign in on my phone as well, so that obviously wasn't the case. So I thought, well, let me do a bit of a Google search here. So I went onto Google, and I can't remember what I put in, but anyway, it came up with the answer for me, and apparently on some older Ubisoft games, so there's There's Settlers 7, some Assassin's Creed games, and one or two others. There are about probably 8 or 9 games altogether that it listed, and this was on the Nvidia site, where somebody had asked exactly the same questions as me. Why am I having to sign into these games? And because it is frustrating. Every time you start the game up, you're having to sign in. And yeah, that was the answer. That it said for security reasons on Ubisoft's part or something. On these older games, you had to sign into them, which just struck me as rather weird. But that's the reason why I'm having to sign into this game all the time. Now, why couldn't Ubisoft's own customer service tell me that? Why all this mess about? You know, it honestly beats me that they're looking at a computer screen and all they're doing is just copying and pasting crap. So, yeah. But anyway, I've kind of sorted the issue out. I mean, well, I've got the answer to the issue. It's not sorted, is it? Because I'm still having to sign into it every time. It's really frustrating, but at least I now know what the reason is, and it's not just something wrong on my end or whatever. Anyway, oh, I'm a bloody moaner, me, aren't I? Moan about that, moan about this game. I'll put it down to my age. Has anybody watched an English program called, yeah, what do they call it now? One Foot in the Grave. It was an English comedy with a character in it called Victor Meldrew, and he was the kind of Mr. Angry of society. And everything seemed to go wrong for him, and he was always moaning about it. I've seen myself becoming that person more and more as I've got older. I really have. I put it down to wisdom. You get older and you get wiser to things and realise how stupid they are or how stupid they sound or whatever, and you just end up having to say something about it. I think when you're younger, you're more willing to put up with things, or you're a bit naive and don't know any better. Perhaps, I don't know, but it's certainly something as you get older, you get more argumentative, more cantankerous, I think. What am I saying anyway? I'm only 35. I'm only 20 in my head, if I'm honest. Going to up my speed there, but I'll not go too much because there's a 110 limit coming up. 10 kilometres to go, so not too far to go now, and we should reap a nice reward. Get ourselves well over 300,000. Well, I don't mean 300,000 reward, that'd be nice, but our total will be over 300,000 by a long chalk, really. But let's not count our chickens once again. Let's have a look outside for a while. Fair bit of traffic on the road. Oh, going a bit fast. Although it is a 120 next. more snow on the track as well. Don't want to go ploughing into that, do we? Oh, it's so annoying though. Sometimes you just get a nice bit of speed up, and then you have to slow down again to deal with something. Little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. There we go. I don't know if he's dumping these piles of snow on the track. It's just like somebody's dumped it there, isn't it? It's not like spread out across the track like a snowdrift. It's just like as if a dumper truck's come along, or somebody with a dumper truck and just dumped a load of snow on the track. Not too far to go now. Let's contact the station. Or do we need to actually? Oops, done that again, haven't I? No, we don't need to contact the station, do we? Because we're bypassing it. Yeah, I have considered changing or remapping the buttons for the handbrake. But I am kind of getting used to it. It's not as much of an issue for me now. I'm more aware of it now. If anybody doesn't understand what I'm talking about, it's when you open that comms panel and the temptation is just to press the back button to come back out of it. That then puts your handbrake on. Now some people have mentioned that they've remapped it, but I'm kind of hanging on in there because I do feel like I'm getting more used to that. Even if it is, to me, it's not particularly intuitive. But the back button should be the back button. I don't understand why different companies mess about with. You normally think B or circle on a PS5 is the. Oops, we're a bit fast here. Because I'm talking again. You tend to think that the B or the circle button is the back button, and the A or cross button is the confirm button. But you still get companies will, developers or whatever will want to change it, and I don't understand why these games developers just can't get their act together and just stick to the rules, if you like, the unwritten rules. I mean, most companies do, but you just get these odd ones that decide to go their own way. I don't know whether they do it. I don't know whether it's just not thought through or whether they just want to try and be a bit different. But it doesn't work, guys. If you're listening, being a bit different doesn't work. Just do what everybody wants you to do, and just stick to the same button mapping, please. Because it's frustrating having to learn different mappings at every game you try, just about. So we've got animal up ahead. A bit of horn should sort that out. Although we're not anywhere near yet, are we? Seemingly he's quite a way down the track yet. Oh, what have we done here? Why does it do that as well? Why does it point me backwards when I come back into the train? So I'm pointing ahead here. Let's just have a look at that. Let's go back out the train and come back in. Yeah, there you go, look. It's pointing me backwards again. See, all these little things are just so frustrating. It should take me back to the forward view. I can't understand why it doesn't. He's gone. Good. Let's just try that once again, just quickly. Circle around the cameras, back inside, and it's pointing me backwards again. Look, ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Okay, nearly there, nearly at our destination. Contact them yet? We can.
This is the station
Contact
operator. You're
access.
clear to arrive.
You. And now we want.
Hello.
No, we're doing that
This
again.
is the operator.
Put the handbrake on again briefly, but managed to get it off again. Excuse me. Looking for passenger train. That's it. That's what we want. Let's get the speed down. Hey, we've got here. We've got here, guys. My first passenger run. And everything went relatively smoothly. And we've still got 84% condition. How about that? Okay, let's open the doors. Oh, we've leveled up as well. We are now recruit 4. New parts, dashboard accessories. I can stick a cabbage on my dashboard now if I want to. Departing passengers, closed doors. And there we go. And we've got 40,682 for that one. What about the other ones? Or does it not? I'm a bit confused here. No, we have got it all, haven't we? Sorry. Should I have scrolled along on that screen then? I think on that that final results screen there, I should have scrolled along. So I noticed it did say 1 of 3, but I was assuming that if I confirmed it, it would just show me the next one, but it looks like you had to scroll along on that screen then. Because I'm noticing my figure now is, I said we'd have well over 300,000, and now we've got 364,820. So that's brilliant. I think I'll possibly mainly stick with passengers. I will still do some freight now and again, I think, but I think passengers definitely, to make money, at least, is the way to go. So, right, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much if you've stuck around for the whole video. And please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed what you've seen. There'll be more videos on the way. Please give the video a big thumbs up, because that does help with the channel and people finding the video and enjoying the video as much as you possibly have. And click that notification bell to be notified of any future stuff. And yeah, as I said, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.